Hi. So ignore the hair. It is wet, as you can tell. Just took it out of a messy bun. I don't even know what it was. But so today we are going to make some Marie ears. I am making these for my daughter and her friend. We are leaving in, I think, 27 days for Disney. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to just get away for a while. So, my daughter loves Marie, and she wants some ears, and she said they're really hard, supposedly, to find in the parks. I don't know. So I told her we'll make some ears, and she's super picky about stuff. So she went and picked out this stuff herself. She is 16, so hopefully it turns out to her liking, but we'll see. So first, I'm just going to show you what supplies you need, and hopefully it turns out okay. I've never made ears before, but I enjoy crafting, so let's get started. All right, so first, you don't really need a lot. It's not too expensive. So hopefully it turns out good. So you just need hot glue gun. I just have a little cheapy one. I think this was like one of those $5 ones at Hobby Lobby. Doesn't get very hot, doesn't work very great, but I've had it forever. Some glue sticks. Just need some kind of paper. I just have like a little flimsy cardstock. It's just a little thicker than printer paper. I have some E6000. I like to use E6000. I'm used to doing a lot of stoning. Excuse the cat. Always has to help. I like to use E6000. Sometimes I'll even use E6000 along with the hot glue. It really will help bond it both together, especially with fur. I wasn't quite sure how they'll both work, so we'll see. But so I have both of those, but we're also needing some pearls. So she wants pearls like hand put on there. I thought maybe just like in the middle of the bow. No. She wants them hand put on. So we have pearls. And then she got a specific ribbon that she liked, which is really pretty. I don't know if you can see. So it has this really beautiful like lace scalloped edge. It is really pretty. And this was from, I think she got these. I don't know where she got these. Hobby Lobby. So these are from the Ribbon Boutique. And this was like $5 for the whole thing. So that should be plenty for both of theirs. I told her to get a pre-made bow. She didn't like any of those bows. So now I have to try to figure out how to make the bow itself. I was just hoping, we could just get a pre-made bow and hot glue it in there. No. That didn't work for her. So again, we'll see how this works. I can't find any of my sewing stuff, so I grabbed one of my kits from my grandma's bag that I use, that I'm trying to work with this summer. I want to learn how to sew, so I have her sewing box. So I just grabbed like this off-white and a needle. And then I just have some sewing scissors. Any scissors would do. And then she picked out these headbands. They're not really white, but I think they'll still do okay. She said that was all she could really find, but they're silk. These were $2.99, and they're the fashion tidbits. And then she got the faux fur. This one is super white, and this is really furry. So we got 2 of these, and they are not very big. So also hoping that this is enough. If not, we can always run down and get another set. So we'll at least make 1, and then we can go back to get more. So that is what you need to start with, just to get you going. Oh, and I just have, this is one of the like Dollar Tree placemats. We use these all the time in the homeschool for the boys and stuff. I use them when I'm just painting or, hot glue, stuff like that. I had an old table that we used to do everything on and all our crafts and everything, and the table always got really yucky. But we have a brand new table at this house, so I do not allow any of the children or myself to do any crafts without something under it. Oh, and you need some, that's why I have these on. I hate wearing these things. And you need some kind of ears about the size that you're wanting to make your own ears. These are her pair from our last trip. So I'm going to try to recreate this bow itself with the ribbon. And then this is about the size of the fur that we're going to do. And I'm not sure if I'm going to maybe put some pearls maybe around this, or I might even go back and get something white down the road. I don't know yet. But we'll see how this goes. I might need to, I don't know. She has really blonde hair, like ice blonde hair. So both her and her friend who's coming with us, she gets to bring one of her friends because my boys are younger and she won't have as much fun. So we told her she could bring one of her friends who looks identical to her. They both have that beautiful blonde hair. So you probably won't even see it anyways. But so all you need your paper for is we're just going to trace the size of the mouse ear that we need. So we're just going to do that next. But that is the supply part of what you need to make these Marie ears. All right. Sorry about the light. It's like right behind my head, but we're all good. Okay, so I don't think I mentioned, obviously you need something to write with to trace. So, all right, what we're doing first, I kind of did here, but I kind of got cut off at the bottom. So I'm just kind of pushing the bow back so that I can get a good spot to trace. And I'm just setting my paper down flat in the ear. I'm just using a pencil. You can do whatever. So again, just pull, let's see if I can, sorry guys. Trying to see if you can see me doing it. Okay, so pull the ear or the bow back and then just get as close as you can. Kind of hard with the sequins on this one. So you just trace around it, and that is going to be our stencil. And then all we're going to do next is cut out our stencil. I'm trying to just kind of line up again where it stopped with the headband so I can cut that part off. So now I'm just kind of going underneath. So now I'm just going like underneath where the headband part was, you know, where it was just the ear itself. And then so that's kind of the ear. Like that. Okay. It doesn't really need to be perfect because it's going to be hot glued on there anyways, and then you're going to, it's furry, and then you're going to have a bow covering it. So, all right. So we just need to do that. And then, okay, so this is the size of my fur. I have seen other fur. I wasn't with them. I had a sick son. I got food poisoning. So I was not with them when they went and picked it up. but I have seen other kinds of faux fur. So you could pick some that are a little bit more matted down if you want. Again, I made sure my daughter went and picked this out because, like I said, she is super picky. And if I would have picked one out, if I say white, she'll say something else. Or I say jump, she says walk. Like, she's just, I don't even know how to explain it. She's just the complete and utter opposite of me. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just, I'm going to go through, and you're going to need 4, obviously, 4, I'm trying to think, front and back for 1 set of these. I'm making 2 sets, but like I said, first, I just want to make 1 set before I go making her friend's set to make sure we even like them and they even turn out okay. So, just trying to see, I probably should have on this, I probably should have done it that way, and I probably could have got more out of it, but, so, the pencil's showing up pretty good on here. I didn't want to use a Sharpie or anything. I was afraid it would go through the other side. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go through. I'm going to get my 4 done, and then I'll meet you back in just a sec. All right, so warning, if you get the same exact stuff we got, it will be all over you in chunks, and you're gonna have to cut it like a haircut. It worked just fine, but if you don't like a lot of hair and stuff, don't get this one. Now, I'm fine with it because I have 2 giant Great Pyrenees, so I have polar bears living with me all the time, so I'm totally fine with it. But you might not be, so I have hair everywhere, all the time. Just warning you, it's flying everywhere, but it's fine. So it's not perfect yet, and I didn't want to mess with it just yet because I kind of want to play with it as it gets on the headband, but it worked just fine. So what I did, just took the scissors, cut them out. I did 4. Like I said, I'm just doing 1 first. See how this goes. Okay, so it's a little bit messy, and you know, we'll clean it up as we get along there, okay? So they're a little messy on the sides, and it's falling apart, but it's okay. So we have that, and what we're gonna do is, you know, we'll flip them inside out when we go to sew them anyways. So for right now, we're just keeping them separate like this, and then again, hair everywhere. Now, I wasn't sure about this ribbon. I love it for everything, and this is like my favorite color, pink, but I'm really liking this bow, or I'm really liking this ribbon. I think it's going to be so pretty. I'm really glad she picked this one. Okay, so everywhere. Okay, so all I did was, so now I'm just working on trying to get the bow right. So I just undid it, and I just cut a piece. I can try to measure it for you, I guess. It's just a little bit shorter than this placemat, okay? And I was trying, again, this hair is everywhere. So what I was really trying to do was when I was, let's see if I can do this here. I was trying, when I folded this up, basically, obviously the ugly part, you know, will go in the center here, flat like this. That it would be about the same distance as that bow, which is what I was doing. So I just you want to do this part flat first. So I was just laying this here and then trying to kind of do this part here. And if you get crinkles and stuff, it's okay. You can always like iron it or steam it out. So let's see if you can see me. So you're kind of going to do like a scrunch method, and you're only going to really scrunch it, I think, twice. Let's see. So once you've got it laid down like that, you're just going to kind of hold the two pieces, and let's see if you can see it. I don't have much in there for like a tail on each end, just enough that they're overlapping. Like that's it. So I'm going to hold it down and I'm going to scrunch. Can you see? So I'm scrunching once at the top, once at the bottom, like that. So you're going to make the scrunch, okay? And then we'll fluff out the bow on the later part. But that is basically, how your bow will fluff out once you get it on your head. And then we'll take another piece. So if you have maybe a little rubber, like one of those little like teeth rubber bands, or if you have little girls, most of you probably do, one of those little rubber bands would work. Or even if you have just like a little zip tie, a little piece of floss, just something that you could do that would just hold this in place like this for you, so that that you can just keep it like that, so that you're not going to lose this, which I didn't even think to bring something over here like that. So right now I'm going to lose this as I drop it, which is fine. I'll do it again, because then what we're going to want to do is I'm going to cut like a slit, just like a thin, this is not straight, so I'm going to need to make it pretty. Something like this. And you're going to want to kind of fold it over so it looks pretty. Again, I'm not doing this great. And you're going to want to put kind of glue on the ends, or if you have and you do ribbon stuff, ribbon, you're going to want to put stuff on the ends just so it doesn't fray. So if you have any of that kind of clear stuff, that would be good. Maybe some clear nail polish if you have it, or just some of the glue, that would be fine. Just something to help it kind of not fray. But so once you've got, you've already got it clumped, you're going to want to then put your pretty part, then you're going to want to just put that piece that you made all nice and pretty. And of course I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so then you're going to want to put that pretty piece in the center, and you can make it thick or thin. I'll probably make it a little bit thicker, like that, and then you're just going to hot glue that piece in the back there. Obviously, a bit prettier, and I'll show you when it gets done, but so, it's going to look better like that. Again, I've lost my piece because I don't have something to hold the center. This is why that would be helpful to have that, and I didn't think about it. So you could even put, and I might, I'm not going to do it until my daughter sees it, but like I think a pearl in the center would be really cute there, but I'll see what she says. Or even maybe you could even just take some of this piping off on the side and just do the piping in the center. That would be really pretty too, whatever you think. Or if you do end up maybe covering this with some white, maybe do white in the center. Or if you have a real little, like I have an older girl, but if you do, maybe find a really cute little Marie, like a little button, or maybe a collector pin would be super cute. Take it off, take the back off and stick it right in the center of the bow. That would be super cute. To have her right there in the center. We might go find one of those and add that. That would be cute. Just something to make it a little fun. So I am going to work on that. Get my bow worked on, since I didn't come over here to hold that in. I guess I could also use some string and tie it, but this isn't really thick enough to do that. So let me go work on that, make my bow all pretty, and I'll show you in just a second how I get the bow done. All right, so I have the bow done. So this is the bow. So as you see, I made it a little bit thicker, and I need to hot glue one more piece. One more piece is kind of falling apart in the back here. Thought I had it, but I don't. So this is going to be the bow. So now what I'm going to do is work on getting my thread and my needle put together, however you say that. I don't sew very often. So I'm going to get that started so that we can get these ears sewed up. Like I said, we're going to do these backwards, and I'll show you that in just a second too. All right, so I have it started, still have hair all over. So as you can see, they're kind of hooked together. So all you're gonna do is take your two ears and you're just gonna flip them inside out and just make sure they're matched up, and just start in one corner and you're just gonna go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And again, I do not sew, so this is not gonna look good. You're not gonna see this part, hopefully. So we're just gonna go all the way through to here, to the end. You're gonna leave the like flat part open because that's where we're going to then flip it back the other way, and then you'll stitch the very end because that's the part that we're going to then hot glue to our headband. So go ahead and get that started with me if you're making this, and just try to make sure you're keeping the pieces together. And my piece just fell out. Just make sure you're keeping your pieces together because you don't want it to come apart. You can also put some hot glue in between if you want, but I'm not sure how the hot glue holds up as well with the heat in Florida and stuff like that, California, things like that. So, probably shouldn't have used such a long piece, but that's okay. So, but yeah, so just back and forth, back and forth. That's all you're gonna do, and I will come back when we're finished, and I'm gonna leave just this bottom part open so I show you what I'm talking about when we're gonna flip this. Y'all, I'm a hot mess. I totally forgot to tell you guys, like I said, I don't sew. So I stole some batting from my mom, and it was in my car, so I didn't even think to tell you. You need some stuffing. You don't need a lot. You probably could stuff it with whatever you wanted if you really wanted to stuff it with, like, I don't know, cotton balls, socks, I don't know. But, so, I think you can even get, like, batting at Dollar Tree. But, okay, so the ear is done, like I said, so you could kind of, like, make a little mitten. So you're just going to do along the end. And again, if you really looked at mine, it's pretty pathetic. But so hopefully it won't bust apart. So just flip it inside out. And I still did not give mine a haircut yet. I'm kind of waiting because I kind of want to, I don't want to cut it yet. I want to see like how it lays. All right. Okay, anyway. Okay, so it's like a little purse, a little pocket. So we're just going to add our little, this is what my mom uses for when she makes like stockings and stuff. She sews, I know. Okay, so I don't want it too full because then they're going to be hard to keep like on the headband too. So I just put enough, and I want it more flat. This isn't a plush, this is an ear. So got that on there. And then, so I still have my thing attached also. Like I said, just knocked it off again. But I don't know. I'm not fur again. I don't know if you can see, but this is a really thick, like dull needle too. This is like for a sewing machine needle. Obviously you can use whatever you have on hand, but I picked, because of the fur I used, I picked a really thick needle. I didn't need it. It worked really well. So that's why I picked it. But I'm sure any needle would go through it just fine. But I wasn't sure with the double like thickness and then having to go through all this at the end. I wasn't quite sure how well I would struggle and not knowing how to sew. But like I said, so this is, you know, the kind I'm using. And again, I'm using like an off-white. I don't even have a white, so I can't even see it, and it's totally fine. So all I'm going to do is close this up, tie it off, and I'll come back again, and then we're going to put all our pieces together. Okay, so one ear is finished. I'm going to go on to the next one, and again, then we'll go on to putting everything together. Okay, so now everything is done, put together. Now we just have to hot glue everything onto the headbands. So what I did was took the ears so that I could kind of line up where the ears would go. And I just laid my headband right inside, excuse the dog. And then I just found my flat part of my ears, and I set it there and did this side, as you can see. And then I went ahead and just marked with that pencil on the ears, so I know where to put the hot glue as I'm doing them. So I'm trying to like hold them. And then, so I'm going to put the ears on and my hot glue gun, I'm going to like reach over here, but I'll show you as I get it done. So I'm going to put my ears are going to go here, and then the bow will go right in the center. And then what we're going to do with the pearls is put them scattered throughout. So let me get the ears hot glued on. All I'm going to do is put some hot glue here and put some hot glue just right along here. But first I'm going to put some E6000 first, right here, and then I'm going to put some hot glue. So let me get that on, and then I'll show you where I'm placing the bow. Okay, so the ears are on. Look at so fuzzy and cute. Okay, so now we're going, and you want to really I squished them down to like make sure it was really on there. So next we're going to put the bow, oh my gosh, right here. So we're just going to hot glue that right along the edge of the headband part, right here. Be right back. Do you like them so far? Okay, so the bow is on, and I put like hot glue underneath, and I also put one little like piece kind of on the fur part, just so it would kind of help keep it kind of like puffed up, which I'm probably gonna mess it up as I stick each little pearl on. But so here's what they look like, and hopefully I don't mess it up too bad as I put the pearls on. But so the E6000, where did I even put my E6000? I don't even know. Okay. But the E6000 is what you're going to want to put your pearls on with. And we're just going to hand put them on. So I don't know if you've ever used E6000. It will get all over yourself. And do not use this stuff in a closed area. If you're pregnant, I would probably not use E6000. It is super Super strong. It stinks. If you can go outside, I would definitely do that, but it stinks. So what I'm going to do, you're just going to use a little bit. You can even like get like a toothpick if you wanted, the end of something. I'm pretty used to doing this. My daughter has been in dance forever. It's dried up at the end already from me using it. So it will kind of dry up, kind of like gooey, and it will blot out a lot. So you just want a little bit, and it takes about 24 hours to kind of hold itself, but it does hold pretty well. So I'm trying to see. Unfortunately, these are the pearls she got, has those, they're for necklaces, so they have stupid holes in them, but we'll see. So I am just putting a tiny dot, I don't know if you can see, so it's just a tiny dot of glue. You don't need very much at all. And you just kind of set it there and just kind of set your bead, and you just hold it there for just a little bit of time. And then you just set your, you can do diamonds. That's what we do for all her costumes, her shoes, all those type things. Her 8th grade social dress we got from Windsor, and we just did a super plain dress, and I hand stoned all like the top, see more for I handed all of it, and I even did like the rope beads and everything. I've done, yeah, shoes, purses for her. I've hand done her Nike swooshes. I've done it all. I love doing the diamonds. It's a lot of fun. So hopefully this will hold. These are pretty heavy, but if the chain diamonds hold on. And you can wash stuff with this too. It has held up pretty good. If you are going to wash stuff using E6000, definitely turn things inside out, and don't use fabric softener with it. But there goes one, of course. I just moved it. Like I said, it does take about 24 hours for the stuff to like hold to it. So if you can try to not move the stuff and just let it sit for a bit, that's your best bet. But it holds pretty good. But so here's what we're going with.